There's one thing that I see in common amongst all boxing greats. Now we can talk Floyd Mayweather, we can go back in the day, Marvin Hagler, Muhammad Ali, Sonny Liston, any boxing great you want to name, despite their style. Joe Frazier, who was a swimmer, Michael Nunn, who was a mover, they all controlled the distance. And when you look at great fighters, that's what they have in unique. They control the distance. The old saying goes, the one that controls the distance controls the fight. And it couldn't be more true. Now, there's different ways to control the distance, and that's what you've got to be aware of. The most common way to control the distance is with your feet, your footwork. You have boxers like Dimitri Bivol, and what does he do? He steps in and he steps out. He's constantly stepping in and out, doing phase attacks. A phase attack is like this. He could step in with a jab, step out, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. He's constantly stepping in and out. Phase attacks. That's one way to control the distance. But controlling the distance doesn't always mean you're on the outside. You can control the distance like Joe Frazier, Mike Tyson. And how did they control the distance? With head movement and their feet together. So Joe Frazier will be constantly dipping, changing the height. And what he's doing is he's slowly edging towards his opponent. Once you make the wrong move, you might throw a right hand, he'll step in. He's constantly stepping in and sitting on your chest. I believe boxing is always evolving, and Floyd Mayweather has evolved this tactic. Mayweather doesn't box at the distance he chooses, he boxes at the distance you allow. So what Mayweather may do is that day he might fail to move around and he might be dancing. But if you keep swarming him, he doesn't fight you and oppose you and say, no, we're going to keep moving and battle you. Instead, if you keep pressurizing him, he says, okay, so be it. And he allows you in. So what he has done is he's taken charge of the distance you want to fight at. You think you're in your comfort zone, but he's allowed you in. And that way, he's calm, composed, and can assess what you're doing. Just like when Mayweather fought Marcus Madonna. He said, okay, you want to come in? Let's box in his head. He calmly calculated what Madonna was doing, called the shots, and counted him. Another example is Oleksandr Usyk when he fought Derek Chisora. Derek was pushing him. So what he said was, okay, if you want to box close, I'm not going to run. I'm going to take steps, watch you, catch your shots, and I'm going to land the clean, meaningful punches.